Hi everybody, Miss Shari here. Well, this is a little strange, but we're going to try to read a book together, even though we're not together in person. We're going to use this video. So I hope you were able to find the book on Epic, and we're going to be reading together The Three Little Pigs and the Gingerbread Man. And it is written by, Hilary Robinson and illustrated by Simona Sanfilippo. And it's a fun story because it combines two familiar fairy tales into one different fairy tale. So you might recognize some of the characters from other stories you have read before. We are going to find out how the big bad wolf comes back to bother the three little pigs, but they get some help from the gingerbread man. So let's look through the book together and find some tricky words. At the beginning, on page 8, so let's go to page 8 together. It says that the wolf peered in through the window. Can you see that? Peered means to look through. So remember, if there's ever a tricky word that you aren't sure about, always look at the pictures and those might give you a clue. Now let's go to page 12. And it says he looked to the door round the side. Round is short for around. We don't say that too much, but sometimes there's book language, as you've heard before. So that's a kind of book talk word. Now let's go to page 14. 14, he says, I'm weary today. That means he's tired. And on page 20, there's the word fearless. Fear and less equals without fear. He's brave. He has no fear. And then at the end of the book on page 26, it says they fled. And then also on page 28, the wolf fled. That means he ran away. To flee means to run away. So he fled, he ran away. So now that we looked through some of the pictures, why don't you make a prediction of what do you think is going to happen in this story? How will the gingerbread man help the three little pigs? That's what we're going to be thinking about. So the focus on this story is to be able to tell me the beginning, middle, and end of this fairy tale. So as you read, think about what is happening at the beginning of the story and what is happening in the middle of the story, usually when the big problem is happening. And then tell me what's happening at the end. That's when the problem gets resolved. So now you can pause the video and go read the story by yourself, The Three Little Pigs and the Gingerbread Man. When you're done reading, you can unpause the video and we will talk some more. Okay, so now that you've read the story, wasn't that a little bit of a silly story? Did you like how it was a combination of two familiar fairy tales that you already knew, and it created a whole new story? So let's see, could you try to write one sentence about the beginning of the story? You can start your sentence at the beginning, and then try to write one sentence about the middle of the story. In the middle of the story, what happened? And then can you write one sentence about what happened at the end? So why don't you pause the video again and practice writing 3 sentences and tell me what happened at the beginning, what happened in the middle, and what happened at the end. And then when you're done writing, you can unpause the video and we're gonna do a little word work. Okay, so did you think of some good sentences to write for the beginning, middle, and end? If you would like, you could email me those sentences and then I can see what you were thinking about the story. You can also let me know if your predictions came true. That's always a fun thing to find out. So now we're gonna do some word work, and we're gonna use magnetic letters to make a big word. The word from the book that I liked was fearless. the gingerbread man was fearless, right? He was very brave and he had no fear, and he became their guard. He protected them at the end. So for word work, you're gonna need some letters. Do you have any magnetic letters at home? Maybe magnets from your fridge, or you have like tiles from Scrabble or another game that uses letters. If you don't have those, you can easily make your own by just writing on a piece of paper and cutting them all out, okay? You might need 2 of each letter. So why don't you pause the video now and go get some letters that we can use for word work. Okay, so now that you're back, we're going to make the word fearless. It has 2 parts to it. It has the root, which is fear, and then it has the suffix, which is less, which means without, no fear. So let's spell it. F-E-A-R-L-E-S-S. Can you say that? Fearless. Oops. Okay, now let's break it apart and make it again, okay? So scramble up all your letters and then let's try it. See if you can make it again. We need the word fear first and then the suffix less. So let's try to make fear. F-E-A-R. I made my root word, now I need the suffix. L-E-S-S. Okay, great. Can you think of any other words that have the suffix less? So if I took away fear, you could think of some other root word that goes here. I'm thinking homeless, or maybe tireless. Those mean like without being tired, so having a lot of energy. Or homeless, without having a home, no home. So see if you can think of any words on your own and try to spell them out with your letters. Okay, well that was fun. I know it's a little strange to not be able to be together in our reading groups, but I'm gonna try to make some more videos like this and choose some more books that you might like on Epic. Okay, I'll talk to you guys soon. Email me if you have any questions, and we'll try to schedule a Google Meet sometime soon. Okay, bye.